Hey friends, welcome back to another video. I have to be quiet because Archie is just going down for a nap. He's right up there. There is zero soundproofing in this apartment, so this first half is going to have to be a little bit on the quiet side. But I am back with another week of, I honestly cannot believe I'm even attempting this. I don't know if I've done, no, I think I have done a week of while Archie has been here. Like I've definitely done, gosh, well he's one. There's definitely been week ofs posted while he's been here, right? I can't even remember. But these days it's a little bit hard to film because he is fully mobile, he's all over the place, and I'm basically just on watch all the time. And yeah, that's my priority right now, but I have a lot to do this week. I have a lot of goals that I've set out for myself this week, and I thought it would be a good week to take you along with me. But I think where I'm gonna start this week is out here in the living room. So the reason that I have to film while he's napping is because I'm filming all day. I'm filming 2 other full videos in its entirety today, and so I cannot waste a single minute of today. So I am going to be filming a living room plant tour and just kind of a tour around the entire living room. I haven't shown all the changes since forever. So that video should be up already. I'm almost positive it's going to be going up before this video, I think. I don't know, we'll see. But if that video is up, I will link it in the description. To not give too much away, I'm not going to be showing too much of the living room, but I want to at least get all of the plants serviced, so kind of inspected for pests, treated for pests, watered if it needs. Honestly, I've been really on top of my plant care lately, and so I doubt anything really needs to be watered, but I do need to like wipe leaves down and make sure that nothing has any creepy crawlies that I missed. But yeah, I'm just going to be kind of hauling everything off the shelves, bringing it into the kitchen, and just showing you how I do kind of like a full reset. I think that's the word. So we're gonna get started. Plant care days, on days like this where I do a full reset, can be very overwhelming. I'm gonna put some socks on because my feet don't like that sound. All right. Feet have been muffled. Reset days are usually very stressful because it involves a full gut, but it always feels so good after. I used to not mind these days, but with Archie now, it's definitely more stressful. I'm not going to be like showing you each individual plant because that is what that living room tour video was, and I don't have much time to dedicate to week of today, but I do want to at least get the living room looking nice for that video. So anyway, these are my 2 designated plant towels. Why is this framed so weird? These are my 2 plant towels. This is actually the towel that the hospital sent me home with for Archie, and it is the roughest towel I have ever felt, so it is being reused for plants. I really have not been finding many pests lately since I did a full spinosad treatment. With the new spinosad that Alice gave me, I have been using Captain Jack's Spino for years, and I'm just convinced now that it's crap. So I'm sorry if I ever influenced you to buy it, but I don't like it. I feel like this treatment of Spino has been way more effective in just one treatment than any of my uses with Captain Jack's combined. What I'm gonna start by doing is actually moving all of the plants that can be rinsed down in the kitchen over there so that I can give them a good wash down, and then I'm gonna hand wipe a lot of the bigger ones. Here is the before shot. I'm probably gonna do a bit of rearranging because I've had to move certain plants because Archie has been trying to grab it, and it's kind of just like outgrown the spot that it was in. But right now it's just, I don't know, it just looks crazy. I'm not really loving it. And honestly, I don't really love the shelf here. I kind of want to move this shelf, but there's really nowhere that I can put it. And I say that because this is kind of like Archie's main play area. And so he's always trying to like climb this shelf and like get to these plants. I don't know why he doesn't really mind these ones as much. So anyway, I don't know. Not gonna be moving anything today, obviously, but gonna fully gut this. I think this one's ready to be potted up. It's like super rooted, and I really want to try growing this one in one of Crystal Star's mixes. So I think I'm gonna repot this one today. This plant has been shedding so much. It's like every time I touch it, like a leaf breaks off. Oh no. I think I need to repot this one too, figure out what's going on, because it used to not be this delicate. This one definitely needs to be potted up. The roots are getting super long, and I don't really want it to get any longer so that it can kind of acclimatize to pond easier. This one actually had thrips before it was given to me, and I haven't seen any since I've gotten it. So yeah, I'm really liking this spinosad. But seriously, she was like, I don't know about you, because whenever I do spinosad, they're gone for like a while. And she wasn't kidding. This stuff is industrial strength. Someone was actually selling a beautiful Burley Marx's Flame locally. Let's see if I can find the listing. I don't think anyone here is gonna buy it for that price, because nobody pays for plants out here. Was it sold? Dang, I should have taken a screenshot. It was super nice. It was like $550 or something. Yeah, I think that person sold it. That's surprising. I mean, it was a really nice one, so dang. Not that I would have bought it for that price, but I wanted to at least show it to you guys. And this one is pushing out a new leaf based on the sheath, the petiolar sheath color. I also need to wash this vessel, but now the sink is full. Oh well. I'm gonna do, maybe I should just try and transfer this to pond now. I don't know how I'm gonna do this without waking up my child, but we're gonna try. Got my eyes on the monitor. That's not as loud as I thought it was gonna be. I do have a new bag of Rooting Riches. Was it Rooting Riches from Crystal Star? And some Akadama. But I don't think I can get into those bags right now without waking him up. So Pawn is just gonna have to do. You know what? I should have done some leca down at the bottom, but whatever. So Vince is gonna be taking Archie into town today. And when I say into town, I don't mean like we live out in the boonies. It's just you can take a ferry from basically our backyard into downtown, like downtown, well, obviously not going to say the city, but our downtown is right across the water, and so yeah, he's just gonna take the ferry, take Archie, go to the playground there, maybe do some shopping, so that I can have a couple hours to film at home. Be nice if it could be a little taller, but that's okay. The repots these days are just like, I can't be picky. It's like whatever I can get done. It used to be a lot easier when Archie was like a literal infant and all he did was like lay down in one spot and sleep most of the day. But I have a full-blown toddler now, so I'm navigating different territory for sure. But honestly, like, I would say that a majority of my comments are really, really nice and encouraging and sweet and all that, but I do get the occasional comment where it's like, just you wait, or like, oh, wait until he starts blah, blah, blah. And like, I get it, you know, parenthood is challenging, raising a kid is challenging, especially when you have this many plants. But honestly, I feel like parenthood has only just gotten better. Like, I'm enjoying it more and more every day. He's just so much fun, and I can't wait till he can start talking and we can have like actual conversations and stuff. Try to tune out those kinds of comments because I feel like it's presumptuous that like everyone's gonna have the same sort of experience, like universal experience, which is why I really don't try and I don't share my experience with Archie that often, even with friends, because like I don't know what their situation is like, and I just don't want to make anyone feel bad, or I don't want anyone to compare themselves to my experience. But for now, it's been good. Me and Vince are absolutely thriving in parenthood, I would say. And I feel like it's just now not a battle, but it's a work in progress trying to juggle the plants. But I will say there have been weeks where I like look around and I'm like, what do I do? I mean, besides repotting, like something always has to be repotted, but you know, there's no like emergency repots anymore. Like everything is kind of good. And ever since downsizing, I'm like, there's nothing to do. Okay, I guess I'll go lay in bed and watch TV. It's just so much more enjoyable. So this week I'm actually going to be kind of going through the anthurium in the plant room with you so that we can figure out who else is going to go. And I'm basically just going to chop it, either behead it and sell it as is, or chop it into propagations so that I can start selling them. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited to have even less, honestly. Oh, she's done. Since we have the pond out here, I'm gonna go repot that ripsalis too. Do you need to be closer, or are you good? Okay, here's the thing is I have my original ripsalis my original ripsalis clavata from Brit. I don't know if I should combine them. Like, obviously I could, but I have them in two different spots right now. But I guess I can always put something else where this one was, but I'm kind of tempted to pot them together. And I have this one in Crystal Stars Rooting Riches, so I actually do think I'm going to do that same substrate. So I'm gonna go grab, oh my god, he's stirring. I'm gonna go grab that bag. So this is the new Rooting Riches bag that I got. The first bag that I ever tried was this one, and you can see like how fine the pieces are. This is made for really small plants, and this one is made for mature and large plants. So the not grit, but the sizes are much larger in comparison. I'm not going to be sifting or washing this. I'm just gonna throw it in there. It is so pretty. I love this stuff. A lot bigger than the fine mix that I was using. Just gonna do a little plopperoo. This is the root system on this one. It's not huge, but it's enough to sustain this plant for now. They're slightly different color because one was grown in really high light. This one, I wonder if I should do it on top like that. But then this one's super long. I think I'll just go like this. I actually might even trim off some at the bottom to repropagate and get back in here because it's like super uneven. The reason that I want to use rooting riches for this one specifically is because I feel like this mix is really, really good for those super fine roots, and Ripsalis tend to have those really thin roots, kind of like alocasia. Oh, I have to sneeze. So Rooting Riches has lava rock, akadama, green zeolite, brick chips, and charcoal. The brick chips are kind of like orchiata. That's what it feels and looks like. Oh, there's more stuff. Hyuga stone, pumice, Myfin stone. Orchiata. There is orchiata in it. I want to make sure to not go all the way to the top because once I do propagate more to put back in here, I need some space to be able to get it in there. That makes sense, but I didn't quite put it deep enough. Like I did that first layer a little bit too thick, too high, I mean. I think I'm gonna chop it right here, like where this little cluster is. And there's a lot of roots here already to kind of get it started. I could probably just stick it in here, honestly. And that's what I might just do that. I don't see why I can't just use this as a rooting medium, because that's what I rooted the other one in, actually. I want to just get it a little bit deeper if I could. I believe that should be okay. I hope. I feel like that looks way better. No, you guys, it looks goofy. You didn't even tell me. It's a little silly right now, but she'll get there. Honestly, if I can get everything repotted out here that needs to be repotted, that would be great. And I'm actually thinking of repotting my Columnia arguta af because the pot is way too small. Let me bring it closer. So this is the pot that it's currently in, and it's in pond, but I would love to use Rooting Riches for it, but it's just growing so well right now that I'm really scared. I don't want to go too crazy, so I think this is a good size up. It's not too much, but it's enough that I won't need to touch it for a while. So okay, I'm very scared because you know what, after I repotted my other Columnia, it has just been downhill since then, and I'm not really sure what the future holds for that one, unfortunately. There we go. Okay, and I feel like I'm probably not gonna touch it too much. I'm just gonna give it a little squeeze, loosen it up at the bottom, and then I don't love the idea of mixing all of this pon into rooting riches, but for this plant, you guys, I'm not taking any chances. Honestly, it's just too great of a risk. This is like my favorite plant right now. I've already gone through more than half of this bag. That makes me sad. And I'm gonna go all the way to the top so that it can root more at the base here. I'm feeling good about this, you guys. I really am. Oh my gosh, I'm so relieved. I have been wanting to repot this for forever. I think I'm gonna take a break on repotting for now because I do need to like kind of finish this full gut because I have a lot to film today. I actually just gave this one a shower not too long ago, and I've never seen any pests on it. I just don't know if spider mites are not into this leaf texture, which I don't really get, but interesting. This one has like some kind of fungal thing. Look at this. I've never seen this before. Like, it's kind of, see how thin it is here? And then it's got like these patches of what looks like mold or something. I did see that it was growing and then it stopped, which I think is because it's not happy. So I think instead of this shelf being my kind of like weirdo plant shelf, I think I'm gonna move my bigger plants here because they're starting to block the TV. And I think that I would just like it better if it looked more full here and a little bit less full over by the TV. Does my camera look weird? Oh my gosh. I cannot figure out my camera, but I don't have time. I don't have time to worry about that right now. Who knows, I might end up hating this, but I think, not that I don't love the brick, but I find that with a styled shelf with plants, sometimes it just looks a little bit too busy. With that said, because all of my pillowy plants are gonna stick out of the shelf, these lights are actually not gonna do anything. So I think for now, I'm actually just gonna keep them off. I was thinking about removing them to kind of make it look a little less cluttered, but in case I do want to ever switch things up, I'd like it already to be set up for me, so I'm gonna leave it. I think I'm still gonna keep this one over on the top because I do want it to get light from this grow light. I just gave this one a bath and spino treatment yesterday. Sorry for all of the noise. The dogs upstairs are running around. I'd like this one to get as much light from there as possible, but I wonder if I put it at the top. So this is the new leaf, which is still hardening off. You can see how soft it is, but like, they're not friends. Ugh, this lighting is atrocious. I think I'm gonna cut these leaves off, but I kind of wanted to show them in the video. I wonder if I just put it up there. I need to get it on a riser. Okay, I'm gonna put it on one of these things. Sorry, the lighting is so bad. I want to angle you this way, but the exposure from the window just like blows everything out, and I am such a camera noob that I don't know how to fix it. Just gonna give you the worst angle of all time for a second, okay? That actually worked out quite well. I have my Angry Alice gloriosum that I can put up here, because that new leaf looks like it's gonna be pretty big in comparison to the other ones. Forgetti eye red crystal can go here. I really hope things are gonna be getting enough light. I have this clarinarium that looked like it had been successfully pollinated with a King of Spades red crystal, but it is actually dying, so I'm gonna cut it off. I'm kind of relieved though, because I wasn't really trying to invest 5 years into this. It looks so dark without the lights on. You know what, I'm just gonna leave it on because it makes me feel better. Ace Green Bessie AF, or Bessie AF Ace Green from Dania. The emergent leaf on this one is so cool. I really hate when the leaves grow like so far apart from each other. It's actually so annoying. Okay, and then actually, you know what? I kind of hate that there. So put that at the bottom. Turn this. So just scratch everything I said about the lights off. I have this King of Spades that I was actually thinking about selling because I don't know. I don't love it the way that I thought I was gonna love it, but it's growing so well that I've just kind of kept it around. It looks pretty okay, but I honestly don't think it's getting enough light. I have this Ace Lux, which I actually think I'm gonna sell because I have a few Lux hybrids now and I'm just not loving that one. So purge number 1. And then I have this crystal. I know, sorry, I have a bad habit of talking away from the camera. I know at some point I'm gonna have to let go of some of my crystals because I have probably 5 right now. And I have so many because they all look so different. Ew. But I don't know. I feel like I need to let this one grow out a little bit more before I make a decision. Okay, just to make sure, this one, no, I'm not gonna let this one go. I definitely feel like everything that's on this shelf are gonna be keepers. I'm unsure about this Bessie AOS Green. I have quite a few hybrids from Dania, and I would love to keep maybe around 3 to 5 of them and then sell the other ones, just because I still want to keep hybrids from friends who have given me hybrids, but I don't think that I necessarily need all of them. I do need to get this one on a riser though. This is my 1-leaf wonder plant. I'm just waiting for this one to go out ever since this one came in, but it's actually lasting a lot longer than normal. Maybe push this up and then that back. I need like a stick. I'm gonna try and do this while holding it. So I've got this clear acrylic stake and this stick right in the center of the leaves. And then I'm gonna use this clip, this clear clip, and probably need a bigger clip, but that's okay. A little, oh, hold on, reset. So we've got 1 leaf kind of propped a little bit higher. This one is still hardening off, so I don't really wanna bother it too much, but I might just try and clip it here. I know that's kind of weird to like the sheath behind it, and it is holding it up a little bit more, and then it'll be easier for me to kind of like place it somewhere. God is snoring. Go here, Daddy. Go here, Daddy. Okay, I think this is done. Let me show you. Here is the finished product. I feel like it looks way better than when I had like the smaller plants on it. I feel like this area definitely needed the like big leafiness because it just looked so barren before. But now this is what this plant shelf looks like, and it's not great. Okay, now we have this shelf, which will be the new trailing plant shelf, I suppose. I am going to have my dad move the track lights closer when he's here next week so that these plants can get a little bit more light. But let me just give it a wipe down really quick. I don't think I'm actually gonna move those because they're so big and bulky and it's kind of a pain to move, honestly. All right, I have about 10 minutes to do this shelf because I need to wake up Archie. He is only allowed to sleep an hour and a half for his first nap. And we are at an hour 20. Oh my gosh, I'm cracking everywhere. So this bottom shelf here is not for plants. This little toy bin goes here. So it's just these three. Obviously I can't put any trailing plants here because it's gonna be too low. So I think this is the minimum in terms of plants that I can put, which is not looking good. Oh, he's awake. I can hear him. Coming, bud. Oh, that's my mic, love. That's my mic. He sees the blue light on my mic. Look at your hair. Your crazy hair. Why is the AC off? No wonder I'm dying. My thought is to go one level higher because then I can do even more trailing plants. But the issue is I won't be able to anchor it into the wall, and that is a big fat no-no when you have a baby. So we're just gonna have to make do. This is an absolute unit of a plant. Like, this takes up all the shelf space as it is. I could trim my micins down, but that's just gonna be an ongoing problem, unfortunately. I don't want it too close to the capilliformis because they look so similar. So we'll try here. Gosh, I already know these are not gonna get enough light. I'm gonna trip over something. Calumnia has to get prime light, and it sucks that I have this nice long shelf here that would be perfect for trailing plants, but then obviously it would block the TV. I feel like trailing plant shelves only look really good when they're long, not like a super narrow shelf like this. But I don't want to put my trailing plants into my plant room because that is just for anthurium, and I want to enjoy them out here. The end. And the end. But now I'm wondering like what goes on this shelf here, because if I put books or toys, he's gonna be drawn to it, and then he's gonna want to reach for the trailing plants. Yeah, I don't know. So now over here I have a slew of plants that need homes. I'm gonna cut this because I don't know what's going on, and I'm kind of over it, to be honest. This plant's been stressing me the hell out. I'm just gonna water prop this, call it a day. Look how many Eve Rocheri leaves I've lost already. I've got like a whole handful of them, and every day there's a new leaf on the ground. So yeah, I need to figure out what is going on with this because the roots look fine. Like it has a root system, but I don't know why it's not like look at how bald it's becoming up at the top, and just randomly it'll just start dying like in the middle. Like you can see over here, just randomly lost these leaves. So, oh, okay, it's all over the floor. I feel like this needs to go into my plant room to rehab. I think I'm going to finally do away with this because I have kept trying to love it and I just can't. I used to like it a lot when I first brought it home. I was like obsessed. And now I think I just have so many like neat ripsalis that this just doesn't do anything for me anymore. So this is gonna go to everything else. I don't know. I really don't. I'm gonna have to figure out a spot for them. But for now, I need to get this cleaned up and I need to start prepping for the 2 videos that I'm filming today. So yeah, that is gonna wrap it for today's week of. Tomorrow, still so much to do. I think tomorrow I might want to start like unpacking, not unpacking, but like I have a whole bin of plants that I want to sell that are just like stumps that I want to like chop down, get out of the vessels and like just do everything because I'm overwhelmed. I'm extremely overwhelmed with the plants that I need to get rid of. Like I'm so overwhelmed to the point that I just want to throw them away so that I don't have to look at them. But I know that that's wasteful. I know there are people who would want these plants, and so I'm not going to do that. But I do want that to be a priority this week. So see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. All right, I need to talk quietly again because as usual, Archie is napping. That is when I get all of my filming done usually. But like I said, this week I'm focusing on more purging. I feel like all I do is purge, but it's like as things grow, you take props and then you know what I mean? It's just like this cycle that never ends. But I really am trying to not chop any of my own plants right now. The only things that I'm chopping are things that I'm selling. So I've gone through my prop box. I have a few things that I need to pot up, and then I have like some personal plants that I need to like figure out what the heck what I'm doing. Guys, I have this KOS Lux that is so cute, but it refuses to live outside of a prop box. So I might try and do like rooting riches. Oh, of course my camera's dying. I might do some rooting riches. I'm gonna go plug it in. I'm sitting on the floor today because there are times where I just want to be close to the earth, you know? Okay, I have a bin of moss here that I need to use. And every time I open a bin, I just brace myself and hope I don't see fungus gnats fly out of it because it's just a constant thing here. Okay, it's a miracle. It's truly a miracle. Okay, I'm gonna handle the props first, I think. So the first ones I have this Forgetii Vesiaf. These ones are so cute. They're props from, this is actually just a prop from the main plant, which I have sold. I just kept a prop of it, just this one. It reminds me a lot of the cross that I just did, and I am obsessed with this plant. Like, I love this plant so much, and I think that's why I am like obsessed with my hybrid right now, because it just reminds me so much of it. Oh, my booty cracked. So yeah, I have one prop that is ready to go, and then I propagated one of my HU red crystals. So there's one, I don't even know if these are rooted though. Oh, this is nasty. One, they're so cute. This one's double-headed, 2. I'm not gonna separate it. 3. I think this is double-headed too. Oh no, just 1. 3. Oh, 3. Okay. So this one, unfortunately, is not rooted, so I can't prep that, but this one has like the beginnings of roots, so I can definitely pot these 3 up. The people who have asked, I actually typically only sell my plants through my friend Jing on her website. If not, I sell it just locally in our local plant group. So I've just had like a bunch of people message me over the last few weeks asking how they can buy some of my plants, and that is it. Where did I put the tag? Oh, here. Well, at least now I don't have to be quiet. Well, I have to be a little bit quiet because if he hears my voice, he's gonna start crying again. But he is with his father. These little tiny hercs are so freaking cute. Can't. Sorry, so what I was saying is that, yeah, I only sell through Jing's website when she basically wants to restock, and then locally, only because I hate shipping. Honestly, I hate shipping, and I hate the stress of like making sure a plant is packed correctly, and I don't know, it's just a lot of pressure. So I don't really do that many like individual sales. Oh, my posture. And honestly, I'm kind of just hoping that I get to a point where I have like, it's kind of weird, like I still kind of plan on making hybrids, but only ones that I intentionally want to do. I'm not really gonna just be breeding whatever. So yeah, I want that to be like a very, very occasional thing. I don't want to be like regularly breeding and doing seedling care and stuff. Oh, I gotta do my seeds. Oh, they're getting so big. I'll show you. I did 2 collabs with Alice again. I feel like it's just nonstop. But yeah, I hope that I get to a point where I just don't really have this many props all the time. I feel like I always have a minimum of like 3 bins. Like I think 1 bin is reasonable, and then that's it, no more. It's just too many. Then I have this Bigfoot Self. It's a really cute plant. I just don't have any pictures of the mother plant to show, but it really is a super, super cute plant. Why is this growing so strange? What's happening here? I'm just gonna pluck this off. This is the plant, and it's so little. I was gonna repot my seedlings today, but I think I'm gonna have to wait another day to do that, only because I have filmed 2 videos today and I just feel like I have nothing left to give. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pop on to the week of today while makeup is on and camera is all set up and stuff. But yeah, truth is I am just so tired. I used to be able to just film all day long. Like I was just like an Energizer bunny, but now I've definitely slowed down. I have to like really pace myself. So I've got these, ooh, gross. I've got these Ripsalis clavata cuttings. I don't really know why this is taking forever to root, because my other ones rooted super fast. But this is just taking forever, and it's like kind of starting to rot in some places. But it's like, it's a nice little chunk. It's just mushy and some, ugh. Some of these like prop water things are so disgusting. They smell like sewage. I would love to do what I did before, and I actually still have the bubbler, so I technically could do it, is just have one like bin that's like my prop bin, and like you have a bubbler going to keep the water fresh. But the thing is like, it's just so loud. Like it just makes so much noise. And my ice machine hums, my fridge hums, and I just don't need another thing to hum in this apartment, truth be told. I'm trying to get, oh, what? Good morning, everyone. First off, sorry for the abrupt ending yesterday. My memory card ran out of memory, and after I got like the files transferred and stuff, I was like, you know what? I want to take my makeup off. I want to take my contacts out. I'm done for today. So I just left it at that. Plus, I just felt a little bit frantic, like I didn't really have a rhyme or reason for recording. So anyway, I am back with something a little bit more composed, and that is getting my seedlings, my Carla B. Vet Burgetti Carla seedlings repotted, because I'm actually going to be sending them to Plant Babe in California. She is gonna be my US distributor for them. I am sending her some selects and some holdbacks actually. Also, the reason that I'm sitting out here today is because Archie will lose his crap if I film in my plant room. If he can hear me and he can't see me, he freaks out. So I am filming in the kitchen. And also it is like a nice rainy day, and I have a great view right now. So yeah, it only took 8 years. Took 8 years, but I think I finally have embraced the Pacific Northwest rain, and anytime we have a rainy day after just like days or weeks of sun, I'm just like, oh, thank you. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna first start by just showing you what they look like. I think I'm gonna start with my selects, not my selects. I'm gonna start off with my holdbacks first. In this first batch, I'm not gonna be sending her any of these. I'm waiting until these can grow out to take cuttings of them. But I did let go of some of my holdbacks to give to her. So yeah, let's start with the holdback. So I've kept these ones since they were little because I was trying to see if I could pull ones that I thought had distinct features. I wanted to kind of pull ones that all look different from one another. But I think as it's growing out, I'm finding that a lot of them are starting to look really similar, which is still really nice. But I'm gonna reevaluate what is actually gonna be a holdback. So I think this is one that is not going to be a holdback anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it looks like a lot of the other ones, and I really mangled this leaf. But you know, I feel like all of these seedlings have this just really distinct, there's like 5 distinct veins, really bright, super bright central mid vein or central vein. And I just think it's beautiful. So that one is gonna be sent to Rose, Plant Babe. This is holdback number 2. I could not tell you the rhyme or reason why I would have held these back, like what I was looking for in the features, but I think this is another one that's gonna go to Rose, because it just, again, they look pretty much exactly like all of the other ones that are going out. So that's number 2. This is number 3. I think I remember picking this one because it had sort of a bumpy texture and had like a more narrow leaf. Like if you look at this leaf, you can kind of see it's got some nice texture. This leaf also has like really bumpy texture. I'm not sure it's gonna continue, but I'm gonna hold on to it just to kind of see. But new leaf is kind of looking, again, typical of the seed batch. Ideally, I would really only like to hold on to 5 of them at most, and I would like to rehome the rest if possible. This one I kept because it had sort of like interesting venation. So one, I noticed that it was quite narrow. And then, I don't know if you can see, it's like kind of like sploochy in certain areas. And so I'm like, maybe it'll continue. Why am I so far? I'm about to fall off this chair. And I'm looking at the new leaf, and yeah, it kind of looks like it's continuing. Like it's very not super clean venation. And it looks like it's gonna have more veins than most of them, because like it has the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then it has these 2 extra ones here. Another one, just a really nice leaf. I'm gonna let this one go too. This is one of the stronger ones in the batch. It's quite large. It has a really, really nice leaf color, really nice thin venation. I can kind of see this secondary vein coming in now, but yeah, that one's really nice. Okay, and then these are the 3 that I am for sure holding back. So all the ones that you would have seen, except for one, are going to Rose. These 3 are my for sure holdbacks. So this first one is one of the, you know, I try, I really do. This is one that was one of the more vigorous growers. I just really liked this leaf. I felt like it looked a lot like a Carla, and as it's getting bigger, it's just, she's a Carla. This is a Carlita, and I'm living. I love it. It has that nice thick Carla like venation, really, really bright. Has a slightly like orange pink tinge to it. And yeah, nothing really like crazy. It's just looks so much like a Carla, and I love a Carla. So keeping that one. This one here I'm keeping just because I don't know why it does look typical of the other ones. Like I'll compare it to like this one, but I don't know, I just really, really am drawn to this one. It has such a nice little sinus, and it does look pretty slim and narrow as well, and I just think this one's adorable. So I'm gonna hold on to this one for now. It might be another one that I eventually let go. I was gonna send this to Rose, but I decided that I think I need to keep it. So keeper number 2, and then this one, I call her my golden goose. In terms of the venation, it's not, I would say that the venation on this one is actually nicer, but like look at the leaf. It's so narrow, it's so sharp. I actually noticed that like the older leaves were quite narrow too. Not as narrow as this one, but like more narrow than all of my other ones, which is why I kept it. And yeah, look at her go. So let me compare it to something like that, or this one. So I would say pretty significantly narrower than the rest of them. And then let me show you the ones that I'm sending to Rose. There's quite a few. I would like to send her around 20 if I can, just to kind of make it worth her time, make it worth like a restock. But yeah, they all, I'm not gonna go in depth on every single one. I'm just gonna kind of quickly show you guys. But yeah, they all just look exactly how I hoped the hybrid would look. And if you're into like the really prominent like 3-5 vein thing, you like a nice bright sinus, I think this plant is for you. This one was originally a holdback, but I have decided to let it go. It has really, really nice veins, super, super bright and silver. I'm not gonna bother with the super small ones that don't have venation. I'm just gonna kind of breeze through those. Let me just show you like some significant ones. Also, you'll notice as I'm repotting, you might see some of these like yellowy ones that were like super bleached. But I'm noticing that even as the new leaves grow out, they're still yellow. So I'm not gonna obviously send her ones that look like this, but I want to repot it and just kind of see if the new leaves will grow out to be darker green. Oh my gosh, all of these roots are, look. I'm gonna try and show as many as possible. This one has pretty minimal veins right now. I was gonna hold on to this one, but I'm gonna let it go. I feel like I should let some exciting ones go or some different ones go and give other people a chance to see if they get a cool one. This one's really pretty too. Yeah, so sorry, I'm gonna try and show as many as possible, because if you do want one, like you can actually maybe keep an eye on one that you want and show Rose a screenshot or something. This is one of the strongest seedlings in the batch. It is like so much bigger. It's huge. but really minimal veins, not super bright. It just has like that kind of brightness up here and then it fades out. This one's really nice. It was like really hard to figure out who I was gonna let go, but I know that I can't keep them all. I do think that this is a hybrid that kind of resonates with like people who maybe have my same taste in anthurium. And I just want to give people a chance. This one kind of looks pappy. Really muted veins right now, super green. The rest are quite small, so I'm not gonna show those. Archie is in a screamy mood now. He goes through these, like he'll be super quiet in the morning and then he starts to warm up and then he starts babbling a lot and then he just goes full on like scream grunting, just the craziest sounds. So that's where we are right now. He has the zoomies. I think what I'm gonna do is do a quick time lapse something. And I'm gonna start by taking all of these out of their pots, and then I'm gonna clean off the roots, and then I'm going to give them a little bit of a spinosad soak just to make sure that there's no creepy crawlies. But honestly, the pest situation in the plant room has been so much better. Yeah, I haven't found really any spider mites. I haven't seen a single spider mite in probably a month now, which is a record here, especially in the summer. And I've only been finding a few thrips here and there, but mostly on plants that like for sure had thrips, and now I have them like completely isolated. I chopped them up, threw some away. I was like, I'm not dealing with this. But yeah, it's been okay. But of course I'm just so like hyper paranoid when it comes to plants that I'm going to be selling, and especially if this is a collab with Rose, I want to make sure that these are pest free. But they've always been pest free. Honestly, I've kept these pretty separate. They've been in bins for a majority of the time that I've been growing them. I only now started taking them out once they got bigger, but yeah, gonna err on the side of caution. Oh, and for the holdbacks, I'm not gonna be doing anything to these because they're already in the larger cups. I'm mostly going to be getting them out of here. gonna see how much I can get done before Archie realizes I'm not sitting next to him anymore. And I'm wondering if I maybe have some old Q&A questions that I didn't answer. But before I start, who watched War of the Worlds? You guys, it was so bad. It has 0% on Rotten Tomatoes for good reason. It was an abomination. I cannot even believe that is the 2025 remake. Like, it is, wow, it's insane. It is like probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And I watch a lot of low budget movies like on Prime and Shudder, and it, guys, so bad. Now that we are here and doing anthurium seedling repots, so I have I'm not gonna say quite a few, I have a handful now of dedicated anthurium seedling seed videos on my YouTube. And I think one of the most common comments I get is, I'm not gonna say common, but I would say recurring sort of comment I get is about throwing away seedlings. And I don't wanna keep beating this topic down, because I feel like I talk about it pretty often, but people have like thoughts about kind of weeding out seedlings, and they have different opinions on what a weak seed is. They have different opinions on what a runt is. And for me, if I can see that a plant, maybe even if it's not a runt, but I can see that it's visibly smaller than the rest of them, I'm not gonna send that out, because I, for one, wouldn't want to receive that plant myself, because it's gonna size up freaking gnat. It's gonna size up so much slower than all of the other ones that are in the world, and it could come with issues later down the line. I would just much rather send out the strongest ones personally, and I just don't feel the need to keep all of them. Like, especially if I have a seed batch of like anything over 50, I'm like, it is so, to me, unnecessary to feel like I need to get every single one out. Like, I would much rather just send out my selects, or send out, just the ones that I feel are really special. I just don't think anyone is entitled to have a plant that I would throw away, and that's just how I feel. I'm not gonna apologize for that, because with every seedling I keep, there's a certain amount of work, supplies, effort, energy that goes into, it being in my hands to the next person that's gonna have it. And I just don't have that time anymore. Maybe if this was like my full-time thing and I was just breeding full-time, I was growing plants full-time, maybe, I'd probably love to do more giveaway things, or like at events, just be able to share them for super cheap, or just give them away. But like, selling plants now requires me to either post them online and ship them, do phyto, like, it's just too much work. I'm not really here to convince anyone, because I think we're all gonna have our own opinions on it. Nobody is, you can say whatever you want to me, and I'm not gonna be convinced that what I'm doing is like the wrong thing. So I'm not gonna try and act like I can say something that's gonna suddenly change your mind about how you feel about it. But I'm basically just like not gonna apologize. I'm not gonna apologize for it, because I have gotten some comments, I would say fairly recently, where I could tell like they're trying to kind of like guilt me. They kind of are insinuating that I have somehow like robbed someone of having a plant that they would have enjoyed. And again, I think it goes back to the idea of that no one is entitled to a plant. I understand that plants are a huge part of who we are, a huge part of our mental well-being and things like that. I get it. I kind of had this realization recently where I'm like, man, why do I have so many plants? Why do I spend so much time caring for them, like when it could be so much easier? But for me, taking care of my plants is taking care of myself. Plant care equals self-care for me. So when I'm taking care of my plants, that's me taking care of me. And so, you know, I get the importance of this hobby to a lot of people, but I think where people get really, I'm not going to say confused, but I find it really interesting that there's a good chunk of people who view plants as almost like an essential, kind of like in 2020 when people were like hoarding toilet paper, hoarding water bottles and stuff like that, hoarding formula, things that are actually important and that people need. I get that, but this is not that. I kind of feel that way about when like there's a new release, Rainbow Greenhouses, Costa Farms, whatever it may be. So recently here they've released these mint monsteras, which I don't believe are mints. They look more like white monsters and I actually find them to be quite hideous. But I'm a mod in our local plant group, like the biggest plant group here, and the drama, oh my gosh, there's always gonna, I could do a whole video on this, and I really want to, and I specifically want to do this video with Jing because Jing is the admin of that group, and we've been running that group for 5 years now together. She started the group before, but she had me become mod back in 2020. So anyway, the whole like flipping, reselling, clearing out stock, you know, selling it for 3-4 times the markup on Marketplace. I have my own thoughts on scalpers, basically on resellers, on flippers. Without getting too much into it, I don't support them. I don't like the idea that someone is just like wiping out an entire stock to capitalize on someone who might not know that they're, you know, at the store for way cheaper, or like can't get it anywhere else but Marketplace. At the same time though, I'm not gonna really put much effort or thought beyond that into the issue. I don't feel like I need to fight a fight. I don't feel like I need to go and report these people on Marketplace. I don't feel like I need to get into a fight with them. I just don't feel that passionately about it. Now, if it was something like formula or milk and, you know, Archie needed it, yeah, I would feel passionate about that. But with plants, no, you know, it sucks. It sucks if there's a plant that came out that's really cheap and these scalpers keep like grabbing them. But it's always gonna come back, you guys. Like, it's always gonna come back. You just like would not believe the drama that goes down in our Facebook group and some of the things that people say to the admin team, which is like ridiculous. There are people who give me like attitude for no freaking reason and just don't care. I really don't. I think people expect like the admin and mod team to like treat people like, oh, the customer's always right, and that's just not true. Our job is just to run the group smoothly, keep members safe, but if you're gonna disrespect me, I'm not gonna tolerate that, not for a volunteer job. Anyway, I'm not going to bring up specific people, even though I want to because she's so irritating. But, you know, I think that as a mod, people who are in that group they expect a certain level of privacy and, you know, not sharing what happens in that group with YouTube. So I'm not going to. But, you know, admins and mods at the same time are not like punching bags. You don't get paid to be a mod. You don't get paid to be an admin of a group. And so I just kind of give people the same energy that they give me. And when you are in a time like this where a new plant has come up, like tension is high, people are just like ready to I don't know, freaking literally like they act like I should like hang them or something. It's insane. So many of the times I just want to be like, relax, just relax, breathe. It's a plant, you know? And I understand why people get so upset because, yeah, it's frustrating to see someone clear out stock to resell it. But in the same breath, what if the sale of that one resold plant was what fed their kids that day? I don't know. I don't know what people's circumstances are. You know what I mean? It's not I don't think it's my place to judge. But the best way that you can kind of get your frustrations, whoa, it is so bright. But the best way that you can kind of fight these scalpers, I guess, is just don't buy from them. Don't support them. It's super, super simple. Again, this is its own topic, and I feel like I need to really think about it and get all of my opinions and thoughts out onto like bullet points, because it is complex, I would say, and it's not just like a black and white situation like, yeah, I hate scalpers or I don't care about it. I'm like very, very in the middle. And I do think it's a pretty interesting topic. So I don't know, maybe when I finally do a video with Jing, we can talk about it. By the way, I don't know if some of you are noticing how fluffy and light this soil is, and that's because I had to buy soil. So some of you guys might know that I have pretty much committed for my personal plants to only use 1 bag of soil a year, and I've recently switched over to Jocelyn's organic regenerative soil, and that stuff is really great, but it's super expensive, and I'm really trying to conserve it. And so yeah, basically for plants that I'm selling, I need to just use regular soil. So I just got Pro Mix mycorrhizae. It's peat based. I don't love the idea of using peat, but I needed something. So hopefully this is the only bag that I need for the rest of the year for like the plants that I'm selling. But for my personal plants, I'm not using this stuff. I'm sticking to Jocelyn's, and I'm gonna try to still, like, I've converted a lot of plants to pond now, and I still want to minimize how much soil I'm using for my own plants. And with, you know, downsizing, I think it'll be a lot easier to keep with the 1 bag a year thing, or like just a certain amount a year, allowing myself that. Because before, when I had like hundreds of plants, it was so hard to only use a bag. But yeah, I think I'm getting back to using pond again and things like that. So at one point I was just like obsessed with using soil. Like I only wanted to use soil. I just felt like a lot of my plants were growing a lot better in soil. But I think what it came down to was honestly just like pests. Like flat mites were doing a number on my plants. I think under fertilization was doing a number to my plants, and just like irregular waterings. I do like pond, and I have plants growing in pond right now that are actually doing quite well, so I am happy with that. Okay, so I gotta get these watered, and I need to put my kid to sleep because it is nap time. While he's napping, I'm going to get some editing done. I think I'm gonna inoculate this with whatchamacall, TPS billions, because that stuff, it is lasting so long, and I'm pretty sure it's like really old by now. So anyway, I'm gonna get these watered, and then I don't think I'm done for today with week of. I want to go through my plants in my plant room and start pulling out ones that I think I'm gonna part with and get rid of, because I need to move some of my plants from my project shelf onto my double shelves, so that I can fit all of these, because now they're not all gonna fit in like a box. They just have to sit on the shelf, and once they start getting bigger, they need space to grow. I don't want them hitting each other. It's a never-ending cycle. Okay. Okay, I'm in a weird filming location right now because I don't want to bring all the plants down. So anyway, while he was napping, I actually went into my plant room and just started pulling a few plants that I'm gonna purge. I didn't let myself think about it too much. If I even had the thought of, should I let this go, I think it's a sign that I should let it go, and even if I wasn't ready to let it go now, it would probably eventually go anyway. So I literally, if I even stopped for a second to think like, should I sell this one, I just pulled it. So the first one is this Lux. I actually got this plant not for breeding reasons, I just wanted to enjoy it. I think the Lux is really nice, but I am not good at growing it in ambient. I know that some people say that this is one of the easiest plants to grow. It doesn't require much in ambient, but it never looks the way that I hope it looks. It always looks really sickly. The leaves don't grow in really nice. And for that reason, I'm not gonna hold on to it and care for it for years and years and years to just enjoy one nice leaf every so often. It's just too much work. I'm also going to be letting go this complex Lux hybrid. This is a Crystal Mag Forgetti Eye Lux. I actually got this one from Alice, and I was going to give this to my sister, but I did not want to pack it with me to California. So I think I'm going to actually be gifting this to my neighbor downstairs. She has a plant from Alice. She was looking for an anthurium. Alice had a nice big one that she wanted to give away, and so I gave it to her, and she's just like so smitten with it. And I think that she's gonna enjoy this texture a lot, and this specific hybrid really does not require much, and I think this is gonna be a good one for her. So I'm gonna get it repotted so that it's like nice and ready for her. She doesn't have to worry about repotting. But I just, for one, I don't think that this is worth much right now, just with all the Lux hybrids out there. It's probably not worth my time shipping a plant this big, so I'm gonna gift it to her and hopefully she likes it. The next one I'll be letting go is this Ace of Spades BVEP. I don't know. Okay, so this is a really beautiful plant. I've seen Alice's bigger one and it's really nice, but I feel like I have so many plants that fit this category of leaf characteristic. I don't know what I'm saying, but there's so many plants that I have that resemble this plant, and I just don't think that I need to keep every single one. I love the Ace of Spades, I love the BVEP, but in general I feel like I don't do good with plants that have BVEP in it. My BVEP is always on the verge of death. Honestly, I might just have Alice rehab that one and just let her sell it, because it's not doing well with me, and I'd much rather rehome it before it fully dies, and you know, Alice can make a little bit of money and someone can get a wishlist plant. But yeah, I I just think that with all of the, especially Ace hybrids that I have, that I don't particularly need this one. And then this one, I think this one's an Ace hybrid. I can't remember what the Woohoo's First Night is, but at one point I really loved this plant. It was a wish list plant, and I don't know, I kind of over it, honestly. I liked it for a little bit. I've seen it more mature, and it's nice. It's a great plant, but again, I just have too many plants that look so similar, and this one isn't like crazy standout to me in terms of plants that I really look forward to. In terms of plants that I really look forward to when new leaves come out. I think that's how I gauge like how much I actually love a plant. If a new leaf is on the way, I'm like, am I excited to see what it looks like? Do I kind of just like glaze over it? And this one, every new leaf, I'm just like, oh, there's a new leaf. Okay, cool. But it is a great plant. Don't get me wrong. I think someone is going to love this so much and is going to care for it and grow it way better than I could. So this is another one that's got to go. This is another plant that I got from Alice. I might offer this to my downstairs neighbor as well, because there's no chance in hell I'm shipping this. And I don't really have that much luck selling plants locally unless it's someone that I know. But this is a Mag Ace, and it has the most beautiful emergent leaf. I love this plant for the emergent, and it's a nice plant. Honestly, it's great in ambient if you don't have pests. But it's just getting really big, and it's not really doing much for me anymore. So I have just been waiting for this one to push out a new leaf before I present it to my neighbor. I don't want to like show her this and be like, what do you think? Do you want to take her home? So yeah, still waiting. I am going to probably repot this. Actually, no, I feel like this is fine. I'll just fill in the topper, the extension thing, and offer this to her as well. We have yet again another Ace hybrid. So this one was sold to my friend Jing as an Ace Dark Mama. I got this one from her not too long ago, and it's growing quite well. Honestly, I feel like I've been seeing a lot more size growth with my anthurium since I've downsized, because I'm able to like care for them a lot better, and I've just been really good about pest treatments in the last like month or two. So yeah, I'm seeing some really nice leaves growing in ambient. This one has very minimal, if any, damage, but I don't know. I mean, I have an Ace. I actually think I might have two Aces, and they look so similar that I just don't see the point in keeping this one when I think I like the Ace a little bit more, although I grow the Ace like crap. But yeah, going to be selling that one. I'm hoping that I can sell this to someone locally because it is quite big. The leaf is still hardening off. It's still quite soft, so I don't really want to ship that. And then I have this one that's from Planty Love Co. This is a Brielle Red Crystal, and it's great. I mean, honestly, it is exactly what I thought I would be getting in a Brielle Red Crystal, but I have, for one, I have a lot of red crystal. I have a few red crystal plus red crystal hybrids, and I have like 2 or 3 other Brielle hybrids that I really like, and so yeah, I'm going to be getting rid of this one just because it looks, I have so many crystals too that I just don't need it. This is one that I'm hoping I don't regret. I'm still on the, I don't know, I'm still going back and forth. But this is my Chia Pezents crossed with the Vera Pezents. I got this one from my friend Amanda, and it's a cool plant, honestly. So I really like the, is it a philodendron? Or an anthurium, Longisimilobum. I used to have one of those too, and it just hated me. But I don't know, I like the leaf shape of this. I really like long leaves with like the cute little bunny ears. But I think it's probably like the leaf color and the texture that doesn't keep me interested. I feel like if this was maybe a velvety leaf and it was a little bit darker or had like more of that greenish bluish hue, I would like it more than I do, but I'm just not sure that I love this enough to keep it around. Again, I'm still going back and forth, but I think my spidey senses are saying I'm probably gonna let it go. But I really want it to go to the right person because I feel like it takes a specific anthurium lover to love one of those. And I want that one to go to a good home. This one was a find that Alice found when we were plant shopping together. I forgot what she named this. It was like lightning clarinarium or something. And yeah, it's really cool. It has just like so much crazy venation. And it actually, despite it looking kind of cocker right now, it's grown a lot easier than the clarinarium I've grown before. And I have seen this like variety of clarinarium out, but maybe just not as thundery and round. It's like super heart-shaped and cute. It's adorable, but again, not finding myself super excited with new leaves that come out. I think once this gets even bigger, it's gonna be absolutely stunning, Gorgina. But I love my original clarinarium so much, more than I think I could ever love this one. So for that reason, she's gonna go. So those are the ones that I actually have to show. There are a few that are like down to a stump that I'm not even gonna bother showing you guys, but I have probably close to 10 that, hi bud, hi. I have about 10 stumps that need to just come out. I'm gonna prop them and sell them once they start growing new leaves. So, oh my gosh, you're so funny, bud. Let me give him some milk. Do you want some milk? So that is probably close to, that was like 10, and then I have like another 10 stumps, so that's like 20 plants, which is amazing. This one I have been trying to get rid of, but every time I start to let it go, a new leaf comes out, and it's the new leaf that gets me, you guys. She knows how to keep her place here. So this is my KOS red crystal, one of like 2. I think I have three? I don't know. I think I have like 2 or 3 of these, but this is one of them. I was like, you know, I think I like my other ones a lot more. The shape of it is like very oval, but it has really nice, like thick, thunder-like venation up at the sinus. It's cool. Great plant. I think anyone would like this. But look at the new leaf. She does this to me every time. It's like this beautiful, bronzy, coppery leaf, slight like undertone of like burgundy, and the pink cotton candy venation. How could you let this go? It's so beautiful. I swear, anytime I'm ready to let it go, it pushes out a new leaf. I think I probably will honestly still let this one go. It's gonna be really hard, but I know once it hardens off, we're gonna be like right back where we started, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna get rid of you. And so I need to just do it, because otherwise she's just gonna continue to own me. So this one is potentially on the chopping block, but I at least wanted to kind of show you guys her majesty before she potentially finds a new home. And then the last one, oh my gosh, I'm so itchy. I'm getting a bunch of blood work done in the next few days, like literally doing a full panel, like thyroid, hemoglobin, everything, because something's wrong with me. And one of the things is that I'm just always itchy and there's no rash or anything. Okay, so Frydek. This is like the first time that she's been pest-free in so long. I have been really good about doing like the spider mite treatments. And the leaves are, I mean, they're like normal, I would say normal Frydek size. They're not anything like out of this world. But I'm not a fan of how it's growing. I don't remember the last time I appreciated this plant. Like the last time a new leaf came out and I was like, oh, I gotta take a picture of that or something. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of it because I did get the variegated black velvet and Maharani from my friend Katie, and I think that'll kind of scratch my variegated alocasia itch. It's just, again, it's a bittersweet thing because the alocasia micholitziana maxkowskii was the first alocasia I ever owned, and that was kind of the plant, I think, like when I really think about it, it was like the one plant that really catapulted me into not only alocasia but just aroids in general. I don't have a maxkowskii anymore, and so letting go of the Friedeck, like not owning one, kind of feels like I'm like abandoning this part of myself that even got me to this place now. It's weird, but yeah, I think it's time. Moving on, I guess. I don't know, feels really weird. So, and I want my LECA back. Look how much LECA this thing has. And I think someone else will just get to enjoy it, and I really should rehome it before it gets spider mites again in this house. But I'm telling you, man, that spinosad is just amazing. If you didn't catch it on my, like, because I know a lot of people kind of just walk away from the screen during time lapses and stuff, but I soaked my anthurium in that spinosad water. When I do things like that, I don't do those spinosad soaks very often, but when I do, I actually put the water into like a jug and I save it and I use it for like a foliar spray. I try to not put spinosad down the drain. I don't know the proper sort of like protocols in terms of using spinosad, but I know that they recommend not using it outside because it might affect pollinators. But I guess I haven't really looked much into it because I don't go outside. I don't do planting outside. It's all indoors, but I do try and be mindful, I guess, of what I'm putting down the drains. So yeah, and it just seems like such a waste. And yeah, I could just use that to kind of do preventative sprays on my plants. Anyway, I was going to take you along with me as I unpot all of these, chop them, propagate them, and get them into wherever the heck I'm gonna be able to fit them. But the truth is I'm tired. I am tired. Yeah, Archie has a swimming lesson today, and I need to like wash his swimsuit, and I just like there's like mom things I gotta do. So I think I'm either gonna save that for like its own repot and chat, or I'm going to just do it by myself. So anyway, I will catch you tomorrow. Hi friends, I was not supposed to be working today, but a package came that I'm super excited about. Let me move you back. As per the audio track, I am in mom mode right now, but I want to get into this and show you guys what I received. So this is from a brand called Upton, and they are a small shop, very mom and pop, like the 2 owners plus 1 employee. And they have so kindly sent me 2 of their plant stands, which I think are so much fun. I feel like the designs are the perfect addition to kind of the vibe that I'm going for in this house. I am starting to switch up things a bit. I'm just waiting for more money to come in because I'm doing a lot of redecorating and like getting new things for the house. So these are perfect. I'm gonna show you what they look like. So this little one is made for pots up to 9 1/4 inch wide, and this one is up to 14 1/4. So quite big, and I know exactly where. I actually don't know if I'm going to use this one or this one for my tortum, and I'm going to show you my tortum in a little bit. I can't remember if I showed it to you in this video already, but they do arrive flat, and there is a little bit of assembly required, but no tools needed. I'm gonna open the big one first. This is her. So let's get this puppy open. Oh, it's such a pretty color. It's kind of this like brick, but leaning more purpley. I can't quite explain it. It's not like red, it's not purple. It's just sort of in between. It's really, really pretty. Okay, so it's got their little logo on the base. Very, very nice touch. And basically, you just connect it like that, and she's done. You can either use it like this or like this. I don't think I'm gonna use this one for my tortum. I think I'm gonna use the black one that she sent. Hopefully I'm not shaking the table too much because my tripod and camera is also on the table. This one I think is gonna be perfect for my tortum because I wanted something not super flashy. I just wanted to get it up off the fireplace mantle a bit. So this is the size of this one. It's significantly smaller, but it'll fit my tortum perfectly. You cannot see anything. Perfect. Yeah, so you can go this way like that, and it's got this cute little sort of like feet detailing, or you can go this way and do sort of like a tabletop situation. So I actually don't know if I want to do it this way with my tortum or the other way. Let's go over there and test it out. I'm really hoping that Archie does not spot my tripod and my thing goes crashing to the floor. So this is my very awkward and honestly ugly fireplace situation, mantle situation. Sorry, he's playing with his toy. If I owned this place, this would look totally different. I'd probably cover this whole thing and do some sort of like built-in shelf situation, but I cannot. There's all of these. This is like where our Wi-Fi router thingy is, and there's all these plugs. I'm still trying to figure out a way to like mask all of this. But anyway, this is where my tortum lives. She is humongous right now. Should I show you what it looks like? Okay, here we go. Oh no, Archie has spotted the tripod. Let's not pull that down, okay? I don't know if I'll be able to get, oh, that's not, well, because I need to water it. I thought it was gonna be heavier. Really, really big. The new leaf is pretty large. I didn't realize how big it had gotten. I don't know how much you can see it against this background, but she is hefty. But anyway, I wanted to just kind of lift it off this mantle a little bit. I'm gonna do it both ways. Please ignore all of the yucky stuff behind here. It's so bad. So I could either do it that way, but I kind of want to lift it, I think. And so I might do this table situation. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. Where's my phone? Okay, ignoring all of the cords. Don't look at the cords. It's so cute. I need to turn this so that the hole is not showing, but there is option one, and then I'm gonna show you with it as a table. Whoa. Is it weird that I kind of want to see what it would look like on the other plant stand rather than this black one? I think I'm gonna try it. Like, I feel like I don't really need height for this because it's already getting so tall. And I like kind of love that this is almost the same color as the brick. and it covers all of that crud behind it, like way more. I am gonna move this light though because it's never on. I sort of love that more than the black one. Yep, I think I'm going with that one. The little details on this plant stand is so cute. Look at that. Anyway, that is her, and she's not focused. Yeah, I'm definitely going with this one. I know exactly where I'm gonna use this, but you will have to watch my living room, or I don't know if it's a living room plant tour or an apartment plant tour, but that one is not going up as soon as I thought. I thought it was gonna go up before this one, but it's probably not gonna go up until mid-September. Look out for that video. Hopefully it's a good one. I'm just working on final details because yeah, I'm gonna show you around the entire apartment. But yeah, thank you so much, Upton. This is just like the most perfect addition. I am obsessed. I'm so glad that I got that color because they have quite a few and I was like, maybe I can go more bold, but I think I need to just like rein it in a little bit with the colors because I'm going a little crazy. But this, it's rose colored. The rose was perfection. By the way, they do ship across the states and they also ship to Canada. So if you're in Canada, you're in luck. I know that I often show products that are like only available in the States. And so now we can be included in Canada. It's always so nice when a company in the States includes their neighbors up north. But anyway, give them a follow. This is all of their information. It is Sherman approved. And now I need to go back to being a mother. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Hello, friends of Tube of You. Hello, friends of YouTube. It's the last day of week of. I'm so happy because I'm tired. I really just need to wrap things up today. So my parents are coming in like a day and a half, and Vince is going to be moving his office into my plant room after work today. So I basically need to water. Not everything needs water, but I can see some things that are a little bit thirsty. So I want to get watering done. I want to get the plant not like restyled, but like it is a hot mess. Like she needs help. I wanted to do like a full gut and then get things back in, but honestly, I don't have it in me. Archie is going down for a nap in like half an hour, so I'm gonna have to be quiet. So I think I'm just gonna try and organize it as best as I can while I'm watering, and then I just need to clean up because all of my things are gonna have to be like shoved to the side, and Vince is gonna take over this room, unfortunately. I was gonna repot some seeds, but I think I'm gonna wait to do that tonight. I'm gonna pick up a bottle of wine and watch a movie and just do some seedling repots. They're just little teeny tiny nubbins right now. So this one is, I call it, me and Alice have been just calling it the Jose hybrid F2s. So if I can get a picture from Alice, I will. I haven't talked to her in a long time because life. But hopefully she can send me a picture of her plant. So we crossed both of ours together, which I'm really excited about. Let me show you mine right now. So it was recovering from thrips, and it doesn't look like it has any pests right now, but the new leaf definitely got dinged up being grown in ambient. It's a really nice plant. It used to be a little bit more narrow, like really skinny, but it kind of alternates between these sort of wider leaves. I kind of see like port in it a little bit. There's no port. But yeah, it's really nice, and it's got like a really nice Fort Sherman looking sinus, and it's one of my favorite anthurium for sure. But that one also needs to be watered. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do maybe even a quick spino spray, but my lights aren't gonna be turning off for like another few hours, so that might be something I do right before the lights turn off tonight as well. But I think where I'm gonna start is watering and maybe showing you some highlights on the shelf, because I don't plan on doing any like heavy anthurium content for a while. I wasn't gonna do like a favorites video or anthurium highlights video until things are kind of coming out of the sad state that they're in right now. I have a pump sprayer that I use to water the whole shelf, but because not all of them needs to be watered right now, I'm not gonna go through the trouble of filling my big old bucket. So I'm just gonna be going back and forth to the sink and using this. And I think today I'm gonna fertilize, and I'm gonna just do some TPS1. I've been fertilizing a lot heavier recently, and I'm realizing that I'm going through the bottle so fast, and I should have had my mom bring me some, but it won't get to her in time because she's leaving tomorrow morning. Anywho, let me just go get some water. Oh, I forgot to show you these ones too. I have these seeds, but they don't look very vigorous. Like, they haven't sprouted at all yet. I mean, they've sprouted obviously, but there's like no leaves. It's just nothing. They're like kind of duds. And then there's like a bunch of seeds in here that haven't germinated at all. And yeah, I fear this is just not a good batch, but it sucks because it's my Forgetti Carla. So this one crossed with Alice's Carla, Wu 1. This is the mom, and then yeah, we used Carla pollen. And I don't know how her seeds are doing because she just split them up, but hopefully we at least get some, because I would like to see what they look like. I think these are thrips. It's so interesting because like the pest situation has been so much better, but then randomly I'll just find thrips on a plant. It's not very, oh wait. Oh, those are not thrips. I think it's pollen. But why does it look thrippy? They're like in the veins. I don't like that. I'm gonna cut this leaf off just in case. I actually really like this plant. This is one of my hybrids from Dania. So it's a AOS crossed with a PAP. It's really nice. Hello? It's pretty, but I'm not taking any chances these days. And I think that's probably why along with the really good spino that I got from Alice, I've just been chopping leaves like pretty nonchalantly. And yeah, I just feel like that's helped a lot. I don't know why I always want to do the top last, but I'm gonna do it now and just get it quickly organized and see if there's any plants worth showing you. If you've been keeping up with my Burley Marks' Flame saga, I finally have fenestration. So 2 of the new leaves have little claws, and I'm stoked about it. This one did have thrips though, and I really should be keeping this separate because of how bad it was. I can see some damage on this new leaf, but I don't see any. Definitely want to show you this new Michelle leaf. I actually find this plant to be quite finicky. This is my Home Depot Michelle. My friend Sydney snagged this for me, and it's so pretty. It pretty much has every feature that I wanted in a Michelle. Nice and round, super red veins, super dark, this like little puckered sinus. She is so cute. I love it. This one's still hardening off a bit, but I think this is pretty much gonna be the size. It's been a pretty slow progression of growth, but yeah, it had a little bit of trouble growing in ambient when I first brought it home. Even though these are Home Depot plants, I just feel like the second it comes home, it just resets. And it's like, no, I want the greenhouse conditions again. I need to find a spot for this cute little strawberry that my sister got me. I feel like I can't find the perfect spot for it. There's so much algae in my scalprum, in my scalprum pot that I can never see if it needs water. I don't know. I don't know if it's thirsty. Wowza, so many new leaves on this one. I just added 2 more sprouted corms to it, so she is gonna be super big and bushy in no time. Look at her go. Amazing. It's so bushy. This is like the scalprum of my dreams, but look how much algae is in it. Like I literally, actually you can see it a lot better in this lighting, but in person it's like black. I do think based on the weight though, it needs water. I feel like after a certain amount of time, you just know how much your plant is supposed to weigh when it's well hydrated. I'm hoping I don't need to repot this one anytime soon. I'm gonna chop off some of these ugly leaves just because, I don't know, it's not really doing much for it. I find that it does this when you allow it to dry out. At first I thought it was like a fungal thing because I always associate like the yellowing, like that bright yellow with fungal, but I find that, yeah, it does happen when I forget to water this thing. Oh my goodness. Big yuck, but beautiful. I'm so happy to see that this one has not had spider mites in a while. This is one of my favorite plants to wipe down. Do you guys feel the same? Like you have certain plants that you just love wiping down? Like especially once I get in there with like a microfiber cloth and get all of the older leaves nice and shiny again. It's just so satisfying. I actually need to record a TikTok with my pally. So I'll probably do that once Archie is asleep. I'll wait to water it because it's gonna be so heavy. But like, look at how big this new leaf is. And it's still so soft. It's probably, my guess is it's gonna come down to like, maybe right here. I don't think it's gonna get a lot longer. I think if anything, it might maybe widen a little bit more, but it's big, humongous. And that's my child crying for me. I feel like this plant shelf has been looking a hot mess for a very long time now. Like I haven't been able to get it to look nice. I think it's because this is the first time that I'm having like a double pure anthurium shelf, and I don't have a ton of trailing plants that I'm mixing in with it like I usually do. So this no ID that I've had that I suspected was an ace of spades is definitely an ace of spades. There's no other plant that it could be, and this is 100% an ace of spades emergent leaf. I mean, I've like known it for a long time. It's kind of hard to mistake it, but it's so funny because I had 2 propagations. I don't know where the other one, oh, I sold it. I sold the second one that I had, the bigger one. I just don't remember chopping my ace of spades before I gave it to Alice. That's the thing. But I mean, I must have. So, I mean, that's great because I told her that she could just keep and sell mine. Ugh, this plant. I feel like I want to put some of the uglier ones down at the bottom. I really want to sell this plant, but I don't know who to sell it to. And I don't want to like just sell it for like 10 bucks, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's still worth more. I'm so lazy to find a buyer for it. But it's like kind of declining in my care because I just haven't been giving it what it deserves. I kind of want to take this off. Okay, let's put this down with the rest of the plants that I'm selling. Okay, unfortunately, I think the rest of this bit, I really wanted to talk you through some of the highlights. and watering, but this is what I'm dealing with right now. He's ready to go down for a nap. So instead I'm gonna throw in just like a time lapse of the watering, and then I'll kind of bring in and show you guys some highlights or lowlights. I don't know, because I've got to be super quiet while he's napping. But yeah, let me throw in that now. All right, so that is gonna wrap it for this month's week of. I will probably not post another week of until October, which is going to be very exciting because I feel like it's the first Halloween that I can enjoy with Archie, and I'm excited to get the house all decked out in Halloween stuff again. I think that I pretty much got everything done that I wanted to do this week for the most part, but I'm definitely looking forward to some time with my parents and just not really working, honestly. So I hope that I was able to put together something for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some stuff done while you watched it. Archie is screaming for me, and that is my cue to go. So thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one.